myself Ram, and he is my friend Sai Charan. Today we are here to discuss about our different types of communication styles.
Today we'll dive into important points in communication, verbal communication and non-verbal communication, and how they can help in our personal and professional life.
Yeah, you are right. Communication is such a vital part on our daily interactions, and understanding how we connect with the people with our words or with our body language can really make a difference in how we connect with other people. Like while we are doing a body language, it shows how we connect with more connected with the people, and with the words how we speak in a soft language like this.
Exactly. Let's start with verbal communication. It's depend mostly on the words you choose to speak and how they affect your communication.
Yeah, let's go into it. Ideas and feelings. It's how we communicate with the other people directly through speaking and listening. Verbal communication is not what we say. It's all about the how we say it, about our feelings, ideas, and thoughts.
Exactly. Your tone is most important
Yes.
in verbal communication. For example, if even if you are saying a positive word, if the tone is flat or angry, the receiver might take it as negatively or misunderstood.
Yes, you are right, exactly. And the words that we choose to speak, some of the words they can contain so much weight, like simple phrases while we are using like I am sorry versus I regret. They both comes under the regret, but the phrases that carry varying the differences between the two words and vary the context.
Exactly. The individual words doesn't matter. Even the structure, what you say, is most important.
Yes.
And the clear language prevents the misunderstanding.
Yes.
Between a speaker and receiver. And mainly think before what you say. Like be mindful before saying what you want to say to the receiver.
Yeah. Yes, calling your language based on the situation and the person you are speaking to is a good key. For example, and if we cannot use the same formal language conversation while we are using with our friends or family members, rather than it will be more useful for in a job interview. And we are speaking with friends or with a family member, it's like a normal conversation.
Exactly. Not only speaking, but even the active listening is most important.
Yes.
Active listening. And active listening means you need to listen clearly and need to keep your full mindset on the speaker, what he speaks, and need to understand that. And you need to speak based on what he speaks. And this active listening can keep a positive environment between a speaker and a listener.
Yes, you are right. Active listening is crucial. It shows your interest and engaged with the other person, and it makes the communication very look smoothly. If you are not engaged with the other persons and not listening with the other person what you're saying, like you may miss some of the details and most detailed points that listener the speaker uses to you. It will be and also it makes some kind of disrespect and disinterest in making you feel like speaker. That's why active listening is a very crucial point, that we used to listen all the details that a speaker is speaking to us, and it should be very open-minded and full focused on the speaker what they're speaking.
Exactly. Let's sum it up. Like let's give a conclusion to verbal communication. The main factors are like what we say, how we say, and how we listen. These three are main factors, and keep your best communication between a speaker and listener.
Yeah, till now we discussed about the verbal communication, and also some of the keywords that we use in like active listening, and making a contest, vary in the contest, and engaging with the other people while communicating. These are some of the tips that we are used in this verbal communication. Now we will shift our gaze to the non-verbal communication, where often speak louder than words.
Now let's start about non-verbal communication. Non-verbal communication is everything about communicating without words.
Yes.
And it mostly comes the body language, facial expressions, gestures, posture, and even the eye contact is important in this.
Yeah, absolutely. You're right. While coming to the non-verbal communication, we can learn a lot about the person. Even if he's not saying anything, we can know about his actions. That is main important thing in a non-verbal communication. For example, if a person crosses his hands, that indicates that he's in a defensive and like a closed off. While a person is making an eye contact with the other person, it shows very interested and engaged with the person who is speaking, and it will tell that these two are very intense in communication.
And facial expression is most important in verbal communication. For example, our facial example can convey an emotion, like if you are angry, sad, frustrated, or happy, you can show it by your facial expression, even if you are not saying anything. For example, if there is an interview, if you are if you are saying a positive words with an angry facial expression, the interviewer or a receiver can take it as negatively.
Yes.
So, coming facial expression is most important in the verbal communication.
Yeah, definitely. And while coming to the facial expression, the cues that will be very contrast the words what we are saying. Because, for example, while we are talking with our friends, and he is saying how, and we ask how are you, and he says I am fine. But while saying the answer, he looks upside down and not making an eye contact with us. Then we can say that he is not feeling well, but he is saying that words in words. But in face, we can see that he is not feeling well by looking into his eyes. So the eye contact is very important in a communication. So we have to be more confident, careful while speaking with others or while listening also. How they are saying, how the facial expression is there any eye contact with us or not. So these are very important in a verbal communication as well as in a non-verbal communication.
And there is something called body language mirroring. In this, we subconsciously mimic the body language of a speaker.
Yeah.
Like without knowing, we mimic the body language,
Yes.
and this can create a bond and create a positive environment between between a speaker and communicator.
Yeah.
Between a speaker and communicator. Mm.
Yeah, that's a great point. And while coming to the mirroring, it will create a connection and a trust between the two people without saying any words. Like without speaking any words, so while we are standing on a mirror, we can see ourselves, that the connection and the trust that will build in this mirroring part. And it's a way of empathy speaking, which makes other person feels very engaged with the ours. Like speaker and communicator both are very engaged in it.
And speaking of empathy, there is non-verbal clues. By this we can know like the emotion of others,
Yes.
even if they are not speaking anything.
Mm.
For example, if a person is not speaking anything,
Mm.
not giving a keen eye contact,
Yeah.
or keeping a hands shoulders, by this
Mm.
we can know is a bit anxious and thinking of something other.
Yeah, exactly. So to summarize the different type of communication styles like verbal and non-verbal, we can say that a verbal communication styles is based on how we say it, what we say, and how we listen. These all comes under the verbal communication. While coming to the non-verbal communication, it's mainly based on our body languages and the structure and the eye contact that we make and the gestures, facial expressions. These all comes under the non-verbal communications. Even like we sit silent also, it's comes under the non-verbal communication. Yes.
Yes, both verbal and non-verbal communication are most important in our daily lives and in our professional lives.
Yes.
And being aware of both can improve how to tell about yourself, or
Yeah.
how to show yourself,
Yeah.
and how good you can listen to others and how to understand others.
Yes.
And this both can help in your future professional life or in your personal life too.
Yes. And as with any skill, practicing awareness on the communication style will help you to become a effective communicator. Like while speaking with a friend, or a college member or with any kind of person outside a person, it will build our communication skills very well. And also it can give the differences between a verbal communication and a non-verbal communication. Like speaking with a friend, it's a casual communication, or while talking with a job interview, it will be very formal communication. So we can find the difference between two of them.
Yeah, in both non-verbal and verbal communication, it differs between if you are speaking to a friend, is different than speaking to in a professional life with a colleague or in a office.
Yeah.
So better to practice them both.
Yeah.
You can practice by recording your self video,
Yes.
or talking with your friend, or creating some WebEx video and improve daily regularly.
Yes.
So this can help you in your daily life.
Yeah, that's a nice tip what you said before. Thank you, and it's a nice meeting to communicating with and knowing about the verbal and non-verbal communications.
Thank you.
Yeah.